Hello, 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 everyone. Come on in. Come on in. We're talking about how to land corporate contracts and what corporate decision makers think about your pitch. This is the season. This is contract season. I call it the Super Bowl of contracts in corporate. It's the fall. Welcome to fall. How y'all doing today? Give me a hashtag live when you're live. Give me a hashtag replay when you're watching the replay. For the people that are new here, my name is Kendra J. Lewis, the Boss Architect. We talk about here how to get premium clients in corporate contracts without begging, pleading, pitching, performing for the internet, all that good stuff. When you're here, let me know you're here. Give me a hashtag live when you're live. Say hey. Okay, so let's dive into it. We always like to do a mini training before we go to Q&A, so make sure you ask your questions. Ask your questions. And today's mini training, like I said, we're in the right season for this. We're in the fall, which a lot of corporate contracts are about to be happening right now. And so I want my audience to be prepared for them. I'm spilling coffee on myself. I want my audience to be prepared for them. Okay? Can y'all hear me okay? And so I need you to understand a few things. I just had dinner this weekend with my work wives, all of which are corporate decision makers. And of course, I am a corporate decision maker too, have been for almost 20 years. Good Lord. So I'm going to tell you what we think, what's going down, how things are happening in the corporate world right now, and how you can prepare yourself to get corporate contracts. Are we good? So let's go right into it. I want to give a public service announcement. I am not anti, or let me just say this, I am anti pitching, cold emailing, LinkedIn DMing, and spamming. If you're on this channel, if you're in a part of my world, you know that. But I'm not against it because it doesn't work. Right? In some cases, it does. Right? In some cases, it does. I just don't think it's the most effective or efficient way to go about trying to get corporate contracts. I also, as a corporate decision maker, knows what it feels like to be on the other side of that pitch, to be on the other side of, that kind of spam cycle. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't sit well with us. Hey, Sidra, it doesn't sit well. And so, what I am saying, I need you guys to hear me loud and clear. I'm not saying that you can't pitch and cold email and LinkedIn spam and all that stuff. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying it doesn't work. What I am saying is that the method that I created is for the people, which a lot of my clients are people who don't want to chase. Like, be real, who on here does not want to chase anybody down? Like, you don't want to have to pitch and spam and chase people and follow up a million times and do weird stuff to get people's attention in order to get a contract. Right? It feels like begging to me. So where are my people that don't want to do that? I think the second thing is you don't want the time that is invested in doing that. And I think the third thing is my people come to me because they are experts. They are amazing at what they do. They've never had to chase things down in that way. And so it's in complete misalignment with who they are. So my people don't want to have to chase, they want to get chosen. Amen. And so the method that I talk about, right, what corporate decision makers really think about your pitch is we're going to flip that and say what they think about your offer, how they can find you, and how we're going to flip this on its head so that corporate decision makers are finding you. And when they find you, you are ready. Your offers are ready. The way that you're talking about things are ready because this is the season for you to be found. Is that making sense? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments if that's making sense. So here's what we're going to do. Why do I say that this season, we're in the fall? The fall season is corporate decision making time. Well, this is when people start to reassess. There's a lot of reassessment going on right now. And primarily because it's budget season. Okay, it's budget season. But also a lot of companies are preparing for Q4. And Q4, if you guys don't know, is the holiday season. So that is a heavy spending season, excuse me. It's a heavy spending season. And a lot of companies are going into this season preparing, they're reassessing, they're reorganizing, they're restructuring, but once again, they're making budgets for the next year. And so this is the time where they are looking for fresh pairs of eyes. They're looking for problem solving. And even more importantly, they're looking for checking the box. For checking the box. What did we not do up until this time right here that we probably need to do before we go into this next season? Are y'all following me? So there are a lot of oh, you know what moments happening right now. Like, holy crap. Like, we were supposed to do this. We didn't do this. These were projects we were supposed to get done. We didn't get them done. There were things we were supposed to do. We did not do. Who we probably need to figure it out before we go into Q4. Okay. Is this making sense? So, what do we do? What do we do from a business perspective? We need to put ourselves in the mindset of a corporate decision maker. Hey, Thea, we need to put ourselves in the mindset of a corporate decision maker. Somebody say mindset in the comments. Y'all ready to put your mindset hat on? Ready to put your mindset hat on? Because I need to give you the behind the scenes of what is happening right now. And once again, I just had dinner with my work wives, 3 corporate decision makers this weekend, so I can tell you what's fresh on their minds. Let me sip a little bit. Shout out to my baby sister. My youngest sister got me this cup. I don't know if y'all can see this. She got me the sweetest package ever. She got me this cup. A lot of people don't know this. My baby sister, my youngest sister, she's grown, but I call her my baby sister because she is. Um, she is a warrior battling her journey with breast cancer. And I've been staying in the hospital with her overnight. And after her last day, she was like, she got me a little pack, a little care packet to say thank you. And so this was the cup she got me. So I will forever cherish this cup. And it is in my brand colors and it has Boss Lady on there. So I digress. So I had dinner with my work wives. And we're getting a fresh perspective of what's really going on in corporate right now. I'm going to give you guys the behind the scenes. The first thing I need you to think about, remember, you got your corporate decision maker mindset on, yes? We got our corporate decision maker mindset on. The first thing I need for you to think about is if you are responsible for getting something done in your job, in your day to day job, you have a responsibility to get some things done. There's been a project that's been on your plate that you need to get done in the next couple of months. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Right? I want you to think about it. Do you need someone that's constantly coming to you saying, "Can I have a coffee chat? Can I have a coffee chat? Can I have a coffee chat? I just recently got 10 people that that I was able to set up a new system for them. Would you like for us to talk about it?" That's not even the approach that would be appealing to me. Why? I need you to think about the mindset once again. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. I am already pressured. I am already like hell. I got a million things going on. I have to get this done. Why do I need somebody adding something else that they're asking of me? Thank you, Marcus, that they're asking of me. Do y'all understand that? Why do I need somebody else that's bringing me something else to mentally process? And that's adding to the noise. So let me tell you what a different approach would be. Are y'all still in the mindset of the person I just told you? They got a million projects. They had one that they needed to do and they need to get done in the next few months. They're behind. Which one do you think would get more reception if they are already pressured, they're already up against all these deadlines, and somebody's emailing them and sending them stuff? Can we meet? 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 My God, today, my nervous system just got triggered just thinking about all the emails and LinkedIn DMs. I got some that I could show y'all right now that triggered me this weekend. Hi, Kendra. I saw you're in Atlanta. I love the Go Yellow jacket. Shut up. I love to have a coffee chat. Right? Like, no. So, would that one work for you more? Remember, you got your corporate decision maker mindset on, or would this work more? You are minding your business. You're trying to get just catch a little break. And you see a nice ad that comes across your screen. You're scrolling on Facebook, you're scrolling on the Instagram or the Tickety Talk or even the YouTube, and you see an ad and it says, that project that you've been putting off for the longest, we want to take care of it for you. We have an amazing process where you don't have to do the heavy lifting. We come in and we make sure that we finish it. Go ahead and click below. We'll make sure that you have all the details you need. Fudge. Did y'all see how slick that was? Fudge. See, somebody not giving me enough credit for what I just showed y'all. Think about it. If your nervous system is already doing this and somebody's like, coffee chat, meeting, coffee chat, meeting, here are my results, pick me, pick me, pick me, versus slide through, baby, I got you. Baby, I got you. Because that's what the second one was. My only thing that I'm trying to teach you guys how to do is be the baby, I got you person. Baby, I got it. Don't worry, it's handled. And if you realize that most offers can be turned into, baby, I got you. Like literally, a lot of times, I think you guys don't understand this, but can I tell you, as corporate decision makers, they need help. And nobody ever wants to help them. Everybody is trying to sell them. Everybody is trying to get something from them. Help them. And their yes is easy. But in order to help them, you have to understand what they want instead of stop trying to sell them all the time. I got this for you. Look at what I've done with this person before. They don't care what you've done with this person. What are you about to do for me? And this is an expert issue that we have a lot of times. As experts, we are very myopically focused and very singular minded about what it is we do for people. All right. Thea said, about what we do for people. And what do I mean by that? So I get often, and for the people who want to send a million emails asking questions, y'all realize this is your place to ask questions. So ask your questions, right? We get myopically focused on our expertise, and we are so focused on what our expertise is. Get this, we forget about what people actually want us to use it for. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back. We get so focused on what our expertise is, we forget what people actually want us to use it for. And I promise you, I'm going to break that down. So, We're my experts, my super educated people. We have 30,000 degrees, a million credentials. We got a credential for this, that, this, that. And I know I'm not talking about y'all. I am one of you. I got a million degrees and credentials too. I love that for us. We're brilliant. Right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What tends to happen is we go down the rabbit hole of what we want our expertise to look like and how we anticipated, how we envisioned it, and not what our clients actually need, particularly when we are selling to corporate clients. So here's what corporate decision makers think about your pitch when your pitch is not actually aligned with what they actually want. You're talking like the Charlie Brown parents. Wonk, 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 wonk. You're talking past them. I'll never forget. And this is for somebody, even when you're on the job application, by the way. So I'm a Lean Six Sigma black belt. How many people know what that is? I'm a Lean Six Sigma black belt. Basically, I'm an operations ninja. I see in systems, I see in structure, I see in strategy. I'm a wizard at math, statistics specifically. Um, I can make financial models that are crazy. And I can make predictions. I build systems and models to make things work more smoothly, to shrink time, to do things more quickly, to do things more efficiently, to remove waste, and to make things be repeatable, sustainable, reliable. That's what a Lean Six Sigma black belt is. Now, if I just go around saying I'm a Lean Six Sigma black belt, I can Lean Six Sigma black belt for you. How many people would catch that context? How many people would catch that context? And also, when we know that in most applications, most people have only even seen that, the people that know that, right, that know that, they know that it's generally more so in a manufacturing setting, right? So, how do I then take that expertise and make it make sense to everybody else? Watch how I'm about to do this. If your company is struggling with sustainable systems, repeatability, are you getting products and services that are not up to par? Are you getting defects? Are you wasting time? Do you feel like there's no structure consistently in how you guys operate? I want to come in and I want to shrink time for you. I want to remove all of the waste. I want to remove the barriers and I want to install the systems that make things work more smoothly in your organization. Hmm. Didn't that feel a little bit more relatable? It's like, I am a Lean Six Sigma black belt. I would like to come and apply the lean principles to you and your company. Lean principle number one, we reduce, like, so experts, it's time for us to start thinking outside of the credential that we have and the thing that we like, the modality that we use, and we have to actually take it out of the textbook and into what is the person on the other end of this pitch, on the other end of this, how are they perceiving this? What is this corporate decision maker experiencing? Not what I want to beat them over the head with. How are they perceiving it? That's one of our biggest issues, is that we think everybody is us. Right. So Thea, think about it. If you're a corporate decision maker and I'm like Lean Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma, you'd be like, what the hell is she talking about? If you didn't know what it was. And that's me. Like, in my head, everybody knows what Lean Six Sigma is, but I know that's not true. And also, right? Like the credential, the black belt on top of that. Like, what does that even mean for most people? It means I'm a badass, but most people don't know that. Think about it. How many people, real talk, what weight does a PMP certification carry? What does that mean in real life? I have a PMP. Let's go ahead and really say that. What does somebody having a PhD carry in real life? In real life, what does that do for you? For you, not for them, for you. Ooh, I'm stepping on toes today. What's the I got a lot of church folks in here. So I think it's not much in real life. So what's the old saying? So holy that we know earthly good. Some of us are truly taking our expertise and we're so studious and so in the expertise that we're no good to anyone else that's not. The textbook is not the real life. And so your competitive advantage for these corporate decision makers is going to be taking your expertise and getting the real world application of it. Does that make sense? Okay. I had a question. I had a question from Carmela, and I'm going to answer this. I have one more thing before I answer this question. One more part of the mini training, right? Malika said, "Hello, so holy we're no earth, so holy we're no earthly good." Right? And it's true. So, one more thing in the mini training. So, what are corporate decision makers? What do they think about your pitch? Well, for the most part, they are looking at your pitches, the traditional pitches, and the first thought is like, why are they in my inbox? That's the first thought. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Let us find you. And that is the whole method that I teach. Let us find you. Let us find you. And there are systems for that. So, how do we do that? As a recap, people that are in boardroom ready, people that will be going in power signal ads in a few weeks, we create power signals that allow us to be found strategically. And also, we run ads to inspire corporate decision makers to choose us on their terms, but really on ours. It's a power play. So, corporate decision makers, it is a relief when you can plant a seed and they can find you and they can choose on their own terms without being pressured by your constant pitch. My God, today. Mm. The second thing is when they are receptive to the pitch. It's like they are thinking, what's in it for me? If all you are doing is talking about your credentials and your expertise, that doesn't amount to a hill of beans if you can't put it into their context. So you want to make sure that you have context. And let's be real, how many people in the comments you need more context about corporate and what they're going through? Just put context. You don't have to tell on yourself. You need more context about corporate and what's going on in a lot of corporations right now so you can understand the inner workings. Maybe I should do a quick series about that. Y'all think I can do a pop-up series about that? Just to tell you like what's going on behind the scenes. Because I realize a lot of people, and I will say this for the people that are newer, for the people that are watching, for years, I took for granted this fact. Not only have I worked in corporate for almost 2 decades, but also I worked at the highest levels of corporate. So I realized most people will work in corporate and like I have how many people can say that they worked with the CEO of multiple Fortune 500 companies? I have made decisions that impacted thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I made decisions that impacted billions of dollars of P&L. And I worked at the highest levels of corporate, SVP level, EVP level. Like it's crazy when you get to say, I've seen it from this level, and the decisions that a lot of people never know get made, and a lot of the decisions you never know how they actually get made. And so I can tell you a lot about the inner workings of corporate, and it would surprise you. I'm going to also say, on the flip side, though, the biggest piece of insight I can offer you is that a lot of corporations are being held together by bubblegum and band-aids. So if you realize that most of them don't have their shit together in any way, shape, or form, you'll stop feeling so intimidated, and you'll start acting like a normal human being and stop acting like a machine when you want to try to sell to corporate. Be human. That's the biggest piece of insight I get, y'all. If y'all knew how wackadoo most of, most of these folks, most corporates, billion-dollar companies are held together by bubblegum and band-aids. How do I know? I have stories for days. Stories for days. So, like, these are the things that you need to understand. It's not that you can't sell to corporate. Now I'm realizing that you need the context, and you need to calm the F down. These folks do not need your resume. You're not trying to work for them. Can we actually get that one last thing off the table before I shut up and go into the Q&A part? You're not submitting a resume. Stop that. Stop it. For the people that are like, will corporate hire me to do that? I don't know. You probably need to go apply for a job and see if they'll hire you. Corporate contracts are not a job. They're not a job. I just want to know if they'll hire me for this. Why are you trying to get hired? We are coming in as a thought leader, a thought partner, and a get shit done and get the hell on. Thought leader, thought partner, equal. I'm going to come in and get shit done and get the hell on. And that does not require a job application. That doesn't even require your credentials to be checked. That doesn't require you to have a crap ton of testimonials. Because here's the biggest hack I'm going to give you today about what corporate decision makers think about your pitch. Most of the time when you get a corporate contract, it's going to be so that somebody else can either throw you up under the bus, take attention away from them, and pay you for it. I'll give you an example. Kendra, why are you behind on your such and such project that's been going on for 6 months? You know what? I was behind, but I brought in a company. I brought in a firm. They're a strategy execution firm. They're doing some things for me to make sure that we get this thing over the finish line. And they're being a little slow with it, but I am on it. I brought in this company. They have a great reputation. And then as soon as the company don't get the results that I haven't been able to get in 6 months, if they don't get it in 3 weeks, I'm going to be like, well, I hired this company and I don't know what happened. They were terrible. But they going to walk away $250,000 richer. So what does it matter to them if I threw them up under the bus? Well, y'all realize that most of the time, if you're getting a corporate contract, you are signing up to get somebody out of trouble, make it look like they're doing something, or for them to be able to throw you up under the bus when shit don't work. Y'all will stop approaching it. You will stop approaching it in such a like weird way. I'm like I said, yes, kid, it's the Kendra, you got the weapons of cast destruction. Show us. It's so simple. Like, it's so simple. Like, they saying, make me the fall guy. I accept. I, I'm, look, I'm too crazy. I'm here trying to help y'all out because I love y'all. I could be going around getting thrown up under the bus by corporations all day. You're thrown up under the bus. You want me to come there for a few weeks so you throw me up under the bus? Got it. That'll be $250,000. Throw me up under. I just started a new company with a new name. reputation. I don't care. But I think, guys, if we can approach it this way, and one thing I can truly say is if we stop taking it so seriously, and I want you guys to understand that there is so much about having the context, having the insider like approach, like understanding that corporate decision makers are just people, and like not having this energy. Right? Do y'all see what that energy looks like? But when so many people come to me trying to sell to corporate, this is the energy they have. I gotta get it right. What if corporation? What if I mess up? What if I do this? They mess up all the time? What if you do mess up? Don't nobody know you messed up but you. Like if you, oh gosh. You have to relax and be human and understand that you are a human selling to another human that wants a few things. Take it off my plate. Make me look like I'm doing something. Give me somebody to throw up under the bus if shit hit the fan. Now, how can you then present that in plain English? I like and realize that yeah. And here's one final thing I want to say. We're my health and wellness people. Health and wellness people, where are you at? Okay. So here's the thing. What we're going to do. Right, employing, okay. Wellness people, you have to understand. I hate to say this. It's gonna sound real bad. Them folks don't give a damn about the employees being well. So you're gonna have to find a different angle. Remember what I said earlier about tying this back to something that's real for them? How y'all gonna think they care about their employees being well? If one of them employees die, I've seen it. I've seen an executive that they worked into the ground die. And they had his position filled in a couple, the body wasn't even cold yet. And they had somebody basically step over his body and take his office and take his desk. I don't give a damn about people being healthy. Come on. They give a damn about looking good in the press, looking like they're doing something. They look good about yep, Elsa, I said corporate loves woo-woo if it's positioned in the right way. There's not one woo-woo offer that I have positioned to say, and this is gonna make your employees healthy. No, they don't care about their employees being healthy. I'll give y'all an example. So I've had multiple clients I've had to do this for. So listen to this. Client said, I help people get in touch with their past traumas and help them push through their past traumas so they can show up in their full purpose and they can be healthy and they can be at one with themselves. Do y'all really think corporate give a damn about that? Here's how we make it woo woo and how we make it where corporate likes it. I've created a groundbreaking method that no one else is using. It's showing you how to tap into your past, into your inner child to unlock the next level of performance for your teams. This is not a leadership retreat. This is not just a one-off training. This is tapping into a part of you that most people don't understand how to tap into to make your leaders unstoppable. Huh. What did I just give them in there? I didn't teach about health. I didn't talk about trauma. I talked about them helping them tap into their childhood, into a part of their past. We can go through trauma, we can do that. But I'm saying it's a new way of doing things. It's a woo-woo way of doing things. But I am saying I'm going to help you get a competitive advantage. This is something nobody else is doing. This is a groundbreaking method. I'll use one of my other clients for an example. Right. Like I said, their performance serves them, but not, I didn't just put it as a performance offer. I put it as a competitive advantage offer. Here's another one. Here's one that I love. I have clients that are ancestral healers. They help people tap into their past, tap into their ancestry, tap into the metaphysical. Guess what I packaged this into? So you can't go to corporate and be like, come and tap into the metaphysical world and your ancestry and all of this stuff. Let me tell you how I packaged this thing up. I said, oh, what we're going to do is we're going to position this as a new modality for change management. So here's what I said. Have you disrupted your organization? Are you going through an org restructure and nothing seems to work? You've done the town halls, you've done the trainings, you've done the team meetings, but things keep being stalled. It's because you haven't tapped into all of the baggage, all of the things that are in the past of your organization, and you haven't pulled those forward to be a competitive advantage. You haven't pulled those things forward in order to make them work for you. We are ancestral guides, and we're going to show you how to trace the path of your organization, your team, in order to bring it forward into the future in a way like you've never seen it before. Your future of your organization is not working because you haven't addressed the past. Come on with it. How did I just bring the woo-woo of ancestral healing into organizational structure? This is what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about as experts, everything that you do you can't think is one to one. Like I said, ancestral healing system. I will say, if Jason Momoa comes with it, I'm ready to sign up too. I'm ready to sign up too. But these clients, they came for a VIP day with me, and they had me crying the whole time. I was crying. I'm like, come on. Come on. Okay, did that clear things up, Elsa? So we got a couple of questions. So Carmela, I want to go back. I'm done with this part of the training. My my peeps, here's what I need to let you know. Stop trying to force things down people's throat. Make your offers real for the real world. Understand the context of corporate decision makers and let them find you. Let them find you. Okay. Let me answer some questions, guys. Go ahead and drop your questions. Go ahead and drop your questions. So, Carmela, welcome to the party. Carmela said, "Can you walk me through the steps from closing on the call and fulfillment for corporate or consumers? Because both of them work very much the same." So, I want to put you guys in my world now of how I sell. One, I want you to think about three things in my process. It's for the new people, so listen close. One, y'all know what we don't do, right? We don't hide prices. We don't hide prices. We don't hide what it is we do. And let me just tell you this, guys, in corporate, the price doesn't matter. So in corporate, it doesn't matter. The price doesn't matter. Okay. So, Carmela, I want you to think about this. I'm setting the tone. In my pre sold pathway funnel, this is the process. Your core assets would have already been created. So you have credibility content, meaning you have your um your podcast going, your credibility engine going, all of this. So, and that is being circulated to the corporate decision makers that are watching you. You then have ads running, so a direct funnel that is leading them directly to your offer. Now, in the pre sold pathway funnel, you are doing my corporate command video in your funnel that is hitting on everything they need to know. You're saying, this is the problem I solve. This is how I work. This is the process. This is what it's going to look like to work with me. This is how quickly we're going to get up and running. This is how we take the next step. And then when they click that button to take the next step, they're already coming in armed with all of the information. They know what your process is, they know what you've done. You're giving them more information before they even get on the call with you. But now they are going through a pre qualification process. You're asking them, are you the actual decision maker? What is your budget for this? What is it that you actually need? What do you want included in this scope? So you have all of the information up front because, yes, we even pre qualify corporate decision makers. So let me pose the question back to you guys. If we're doing all of that up front, we're then giving them pre call information. We're saying you don't even need to get on a call with me until you agree to all of these things. By the time they get on the call, what are we actually talking about? Am I pitching them on anything? Am I trying to sell them on anything? No, we're just coming into an alignment about whether we're going to work together and what the scope of that work is. After that call, which I have a whole protocol for the people that are in boardroom experience, I have a whole protocol on how to do those sales calls. Because they're not really sales calls, they're enrollment calls. But I digress. So we're going through this, and after the call ends, if we decide, hey, we're fit, got it, let's move forward, I will then send over a formal proposal with scope of work. We do not send a proposal until somebody says yes. I'm not doing all that work. We're not sending a proposal until somebody says, yes, we want to move forward. We send over a proposal that I already have those templates inside of Quiet Wealth Society, inside of the process, and we go from there. Now, once that person agrees on the proposal, the invoicing, whatever the payment terms are, go from there. And then once onboarding starts, which we actually also build out the workflow for corporate, you then start your onboarding process, and that is very specific to your company. So, what I generally like to do is a kickoff call, and those emails are sent out automated. What we generally like to do is to calendarize the scope, the project plan. We like to share that and agree on that with the key stakeholders. We generally, with all of our clients, particularly in consulting, we go through a discovery process first. So that is included in the scope of work. And so that is the process. Does that make sense, Carmela? I know that was a lot, so you may have to go back and watch this. But the fulfillment process is heavily dependent on your business model and what the scope of work is. From the closing call standpoint, right? The closing call standpoint, um, yeah, that is how I do the process. Carmilla asks, is Quiet Wealth Society a part of Boardroom Experience? That's a great question. Quiet Wealth Society is not a program. um, or a add-on. Quiet Wealth Society is an all-in-one business technology solution that a few select people are in right now. We're the world's first ever society as a service. And so that is a technology. That is a technology. So if you think about for all of the people out there that are using multiple technologies for your proposals, your contracts, your websites, your funnels, your text messaging, your calendar, hell, your videos, your quizzes, your all of that. That is the all in one technology that we have that has my custom templates, all of that programmed into it. Would you guys like to see it? Mhm, 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 mhm. Thea said yes. Elsa said yes. Well, okay. Let's get it. I guess I can show y'all. Camilla said yes. Let me know when you can see. I guess I got to share my screen first. Thea said, Thea, how you telling folks about it? Wait, y'all. Quiet Wealth Society. I'm scared to show you guys the because some people will go to the website and I'm like, no, you have to be invited to the website, but I digress. I digress. There may be some invites going out today. That's all I'm gonna say. There may be some invites going out today. Um, Let me know when you guys can see my screen. So this is an invite only, all-in-one business technology. And it's taking care of quite a bit. So all of your websites and landing pages, my proprietary pre-sold pathway funnels, my custom courses and course structure. So if y'all like how my course portal is designed, we design custom course portals where you can put all your courses and communities in as well. Your ads and campaigns with my ad atelier, right? Your messaging and phone systems, your client ops, so all of your proposals and contracts with eSign, your appointment scheduling, your reminders, your calendars, your payments, your subscriptions, and your credibility system and social media all inside of here. And you have to present your petition to the council for access. Um Cause we ain't playing no games. We ain't playing no games. So you are replacing a crap ton of technology with this. And my biggest thing that I wanted to tell people, and that's why we're doing yeah, it's invite only. We're not trying to be a SaaS company. We created the world's first ever society as a service. So this is a private society. Um, and it's because we're doing so much. So people are replacing $2,000 to $3,000 a month in technology um with this. And we're very, very strict on who we are allowing admittance into the society. And this is important because we want to keep things very high quality and keep the spirit of the society. But one of the things that, makes this different is I know, and this is real talk, and maybe you guys can confirm a few things for me. I love my audience, and we are not necessarily afraid of technology, but we tend to be, what's the word? Get tech overwhelmed. Um, and I don't like that. And one of the biggest things that I said is that I wanted you guys to be able to understand why you were using the technology and to be able to have clear paths for what it's for. So when I say build my credibility engine process, you have the training right inside of here in the academy, right? To actually do this so you know everything that you're supposed to be using. And I just didn't want people to get overwhelmed with everything, which is why, I'm like, no, we want to make sure that this is easy to follow. We want to make sure that this is something that you guys can do without overwhelm. I hate having so many things thrown at you, even the intentionality behind the dashboarding process and saying you don't need half of that SHIT on your dashboard. You just need to know that you're winning and that you're doing the right things. And that's important for me. That is very important for me. So It's been a labor of love to like cross all the I's and dot all the T's and to make sure that we're in alignment with how I train and how I teach, and how we make things easy for you to adopt and implement. So that is Quiet Wealth Society. It's your all in one business technology. And I just wanted to make it a true experience, a true society. And there will be custom society briefings. So I'm actually going to record the briefings for this week. Like I said, we already have clients in there that have been our beta testers, that have been loving it. So I've been recording briefings for them. So every week at the top of the week, you get a brief from the Society Council. So I have to go put my smoking jacket on and record the brief for the next few weeks. So you always know what's going on, the support built in. We've been training our support team for the first couple of months for the people that get in as we send invites out this week. You'll be doing your orientations with me. So that's kind of like the founder special. I'll be doing your orientations with you. But when I say this has been gosh, just a labor of love to create the experience and to create all of the customizations and the things that like people aren't even thinking about in there. So, yep, that's what it is. Okay. If you guys have any more questions about that, let me know. So, Thea said this is genius. Thank you, Thea. I would also like to state that this is the only technology that is designed. Carmela, you asked the question and you're in boardroom experience. So that is designed for the dual revenue authority. So you guys realize that most people, you have to have two different platforms, one that handles the corporate side, one that handles the consumer side. We have a mode that we've built that does both. And that does not exist anywhere. So I am super, super excited to be the only technology that has actually built that in to the modes that are available. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about this. I had Thea asked the question, so can you hold the training inside the platform too? Absolutely. Absolutely. So there are custom, we have not unlocked the 'cause look, once again, we're trying not to overwhelm. There's a lot that I have designed in there. So like I know people want to take my courses. And I'm not meaning like physically take my courses. I am putting a lot of my trainings inside of there so that you guys can access my trainings. But what Thea's asking for is, can you build your own courses and your own trainings inside of there? Absolutely. It is a course builder mode inside of their course builder memberships, communities inside of there. Now, I have a very specific way that I teach you how to do it that is templated so you don't get overwhelmed, because I have a very specific way that I design trainings. And so you have access to that template. I just want you guys to be able to see it. You get what I'm saying? To see what this actually looks like, to come behind the scenes with me, to see what it is to design. The whole thing is to banish overwhelm for something that is actually very overwhelming. That's all. And I've had to lean into that. I've had to learn that just because I live in this tech world and I love it and I can build all day, all night, that everybody don't want to do that. That may not be your ministry. And so I just want to make it easy and fun. That's all. Easy and fun. And I think one of the biggest things, even when I went over some of the finishing touches on the dashboard, I pulled out almost everything on the normal dashboard. And here's why. It doesn't make sense for a lot of my clients. And my thought process was, I just want my clients to see if they're winning or not. Like, how many people just want to see if you're winning? Are the things that I'm doing moving the needle. So instead of saying like, how many conversions, how many people are in the pipeline, where's the pipeline stage, what else opportunity, like nobody gives a damn. Am I getting new leads this week? How many people are opening my emails? How many people are looking at my text messages? How many people are paying me this week? How many contracts did I send? How many posts did I post? Like simple stuff that give you a real snapshot of if you are doing the things that you need to do and is it working. We're stripping out all of that like marketing jargon and fluff. Am I doing the things that I need to do to win? That is the only question we want to answer. And for the people that want to be sophisticated and talk all the big talk, like y'all can keep the regular stuff, but I want to make things simple. And that's all. Am I doing what I need to do to win today? That is the question. Right. Yet I don't even know what a stand story. I know I've heard people talk about it. I don't know what the hell it is. Liana said QWS is access to Kendra through technology. If you want Kendra to build your business, this is the tech to do it. She's right. She's right. It is the Kendra's brain in technology form. It's Kendra's brain in technology form. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Game, sass, the dramatics, right? It's ceremonial, right? We're making it's Hogwarts, right? It's giving very much Gryffindor. Giving very much Gryffindor. Okay. So this is it, guys. Here's what I'm going to say. Thea said it's going to be great to get rid of 5011 tools. It is. It is. Um, an ode to be a part of this, like just initial process. We will be sending out some invites today. Um, some invites today for sure. And yeah, I'm super, super excited. Super excited. Okay. So what can you guys do in the interim? What can you guys do in the interim? Well, one, make sure you're checking your emails this week for your invites. Check every day. And could y'all do me a favor for the people that are watching? Get me out of your spam folder. Go to your spam and promotions tab right now. Get my emails out. Literally drag them over into your inbox. Drag them over into your inbox. Look in your spam, look in your promotions. Get me out of spam. Can y'all do that for me? Please, pretty please, and thank you. Okay. Yeah, because y'all got to stop saying I ain't sending y'all no emails. Liana can tell you we send so many emails. We send so many emails. Right. So, no, we are sending emails. They're just not getting to you. Get us out. The more people that get us out of spam, the more emails you will see from us. So that is the thing. Can y'all do that for me, please? Okay. Second thing, make sure you visit the Boss Architect store. There are tons of resources in there. The bundle is gone, but there are some things that were in the bundle that we're putting in the store. So like the lights, camera, confidence guide. It's in the store. That's like really dope because if you my friends that struggle with the makeup and showing up on camera and having a camera set up and creating your studio, creating your backdrop, all of that is inside of Lights Camera Confidence. Okay. And if you are starting, if you need organization, if you need structure, then you definitely need to get the 777 cash flow system command center. It is dope. It is dope. And it's going to help you get your structure, your systems, yourself organized so that you can get these corporate contracts, you can get these premium consumer sales, because none of that comes without structure. All right. All right, guys. I love you so much. It's been a blast. I will see you guys inside of the Quiet Wolf Society. Bye for now.